I would pose the question like, wouldn't you want to see someone else be MCU Superman? But Mike's like, nope.
He's perfect.
Because he's perfect.
What's up, guys? It's CJ. I'm here with Mike, that nerd Mike, and Richie. We're gonna get to another episode of Superhero Sundays. It's been a minute, man, but like always, stop. Spoiler alerts before we get into these movies and topics we're going to talk about. Go ahead and watch these shows and movies. Come back and join us. When you come back and join us, make sure you like and subscribe, because any and all support is what? Greatly appreciated, and it helps us impact the community. We're honoring real life heroes, man. So with all that being said, today I'm rolling with Thanos. Thanos is my cup. Boom.
Thanos.
We all got Thanos today. Cheers, guys. Let's go ahead and get into some fun stuff, man. Rumors of Henry Cavill gonna cross over the multiverse. He's gonna come from DC to MCU. Still not confirmed, but there's a lot of rumors going around of either Hyperion and for Loki season 2, or he's actually gonna play Reed Richards for the first family of Marvel. So I don't know, Mike, man. I don't want to get too happy.
I'm saying it. I said it for 10 years. Play that clip when I said it.
Yeah, I think you said that like a year ago or more than a year ago.
Yeah.
It works in so many levels for Henry Cavill to play Hyperion in the MCU. For one, it's one of those clones of Superman, so it works, right? Because he played Superman in DC. And 2, it's a big FU to DC for ruining his chance to continue playing Superman. And it's this big role in playing Hyperion, which originally starts like a bad guy, and then he ends up becoming an Avenger, and so on and so forth. And he can lead the new Avengers and so on. Just works.
Yeah.
Yes. I approve. This is one of those fan casts that it just works. Just like everybody wanted John whatever to play
Krasinski.
To play Reed Richards, and it worked. He looked it. Everybody liked it, but then kind of not liked it, but liked it. But then it's just he's too pretty to play Reed Richards.
Henry?
Yeah. He doesn't look
like
he's too built. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Hyperion though. Perfect.
Perfection, man.
Perfection. Just
chef's kiss. I would love that cast, but I mean it's still up in the air. Nothing's confirmed. It's just rumors, it's leaks, but I don't know, Richard, man. That would be a big FU to DC, bro. If he came over here,
I think.
And MCU, I will say MCU. Okay, I don't want to say for sure, but they've done well in the past. Phase 1 through 3, they did the characters right. And if they want to start over, this could be a person that could be a big face for the MCU. And I would like that. I think the MCU needs that. They need that another face of the Avengers. And I think he could work. What do you think, Richard, man?
I mean, Henry Cavill could play anything, man. He's so good.
Yeah.
It just be wow. I don't know how I'd really feel about that, because we know him as Superman. He's been Superman for almost a decade now.
Yeah. And
like Hyperion's basically MCU Superman, so I get that he would do that, but I mean, I would pose the question like, wouldn't you want to see someone else be MCU Superman? But Mike's like, nope.
He's perfect.
Because he's perfect. Because he played a good Superman, so
because
a good Hyperion.
The copycat of Superman. So what better to get to play Superman, the copycat of Superman, than the guy who played
Superman. And as far as timing too, is like good timing because at DC is like things are they crumbled. They crumbled. It's in shambles. They're trying to build back up. And from the things I've been reading is like he either said no. He said no, he doesn't want to return. And there's some where they say they like him as Superman, but they haven't really like reached out to say, no, we want you to move forward with us. Because they already have Ben Affleck back. So it's like, why would they not have Henry back already confirmed also, you know? So it's like, something's not adding up. Someone's not meeting together. So it's like, I think he's been talking to MCU. And if he's been talking to MCU, this is the perfect role for him. And it's like, why not do it? And I mean, I don't know his personality. If he's a person that will say, like, DC, I'm going to show you F you, and I'm going to go over to MCU and do it better. I don't know if he's that type of person that would do that, but it would be a big F you to DC and to show them, like, how you could have treated me.
It's not just this, but yes, it's this, but I think the nerd in him would love to take a role as starting as a bad guy.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because you saw him as a bad guy in what? Mission Impossible, right?
He was in Mission. I haven't watched him in that one though, but I know he was in.
I think he was the bad guy in that movie, and he did really good. As the muscle bad guy, he did really good.
So he has
versatility. Yeah. So to play a bad Superman,
it's like a story that's like too good to be true. Like, yeah, this is perfect.
And then he slowly changes to becoming, good and being an Avenger. It'd just be so he'll get to be the spotlight, to be,
the face of MCU.
Yeah, but in the beginning to have fun and be the villain in the big show called Loki 2.
Yeah. It's like, it would be the most, like I said on the post, the hype for that would be insane. Season 1 was great. And so if they add this cast, they're taking all their money because it's going to be ridiculously good. I hope it will be great. But I like that cast and I hope it does go through. And I think at D23, they're going to announce the cast for Fantastic Four. So if they don't announce Henry as Reed, he's going to be Hyperion, bro. I think that's going to be real. That's going to be legit. What do you think, Mike? D23, man. I mean, do you want John back for Reed?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who else they can. I mean, they'll find somebody good, but it's like we already have a person that's in our image of him already, and we've seen it in the movie already. So it's like we want that back. What do you want to say?
It's just one of those things where it's a fan cast and it works. Like it kind of works, and it'll give him time to kind of work out to make him more body accurate, and I think it'd be more legit.
Yeah,
because I think with Multiverse of Madness, he didn't have a lot of time to be Reed Richards because it was so in hush. But after he gets casted, now he can be
really prepared for the role.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, man. So when is D23? You know, Richard? I mean,
a couple of weeks.
September 8th.
I mean, it's going to be really highly anticipated. We get to see or hear some more casts and some more shows being announced. So looking forward to that, man. Yeah, so that's Henry come over from DC over to Marvel. But let's go switch over to DC, man. DC, they're still trying to put things together. They have some kind of quote unquote plan, a 10-year plan that they're trying to work on and develop. And I mean, I think they really, really need that. They need something to steer them in the right direction because it's been all over the place and they just had some bad luck with actors and it was just a big, big mess, man. But I think they finally are going to start, you know what, let's get serious about where we're going, what we're doing. And I like that. They needed that. And so surprisingly, the Flash movie, they said it's good. And I think that's probably the main reason why Ezra isn't cut from the movie. They cut ties with him as far as future plans, but they kept him for this movie because the movie is supposed to be really, really good. I mean, when you say they're going to have the old Superman, what's his name?
Christopher Reeve.
When you're going to have Christopher Reeves make an appearance in your movie, yeah, you can have something special there. So, I don't know, Richard.
Christopher Reeves and Dean Cain and then Tom Wells.
I mean, obviously they're trying to play off of what Marvel did, which you see it works. You bring back, some old, nostalgia.
Hey, if it's written, directed, and performed well, it'll work.
Yeah.
And so basically, and they're saying it's not just it tested well. They're saying it was the best testing for all DCU or all DC movies, like ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
So,
but will Ezra being attached to it, will that kind of put a stain on the mic? What do you think? Like, who's this cast? Like, who is this?
You know what? Let's see what they say with Black Adams when they test it.
I just want to see like who was watching this movie,
right?
Yeah, right.
Paid by WB. Just say it's good, please.
Ezra Miller, is he the one sitting down watching this movie?
This will be good.
It's his family and homies. It's Ezra Miller and Amber Heard.
Seriously, I mean, they said it's legit.
Ever? Like, really ever? Like, then I started thinking, like, what is considered the DCU? Like, honestly.
Like, yeah, Batman vs. Superman.
That's a terrible movie.
You have, Wonder Woman was great.
But was that actually DCU?
Wonder Woman, yeah.
DCU. No, wait. Was that actual DCU? That came before Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, it came after.
No, it was because it was
in Batman vs. Superman.
It is because it came out after what's it called? Superman.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. It came out after Man of Steel.
I don't believe that it did better than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a great movie.
Yeah,
and better than Man of Steel. Man of Steel, I love Man of Steel too. It was kind of
Wonder Woman is the best DC movie ever made.
Wonder Woman is. Say it again, Mike. Say it again.
Say it again for the people in the back. Wonder Woman is the best DC movie ever made.
Wait, are we including Christopher Nolan?
No. We're talking about
that's not DCU.
That's not
right. So from what I read, they're saying it's the best DC movie like ever, or like all DC.
I need to reread that article because that ain't true.
There's no way it can be true.
That is incorrect, sir.
Like, there's no way that could be true, right? Like,
I read it again. You know what? Let's pull it up right now. Let's pull it up right now, bro. Why you guys are talking?
Because honestly, let's look at the DCU movies. Batman v Superman, terrible movie. Justice League, terrible movie. Even what's his name? Zack Snyder movie, terrible movie. Aquaman, terrible movie. Man of Steel, decent movie. Wonder Woman, amazing movie.
Great.
Wonder Woman 2.
Terrible movie.
Terrible movie. And that's part of DCEU. So news, it does say DCEU history. It says The Flash scored the highest screening scores in DCEU history, not just in DC history. Because you cannot top anything that's in the Dark Knight trilogy. Never, not even imagine. No, don't even go there.
Not even the first Tim Burton Batman movie like that.
Right?
Hey,
yeah.
Again, it cannot do better than Wonder Woman.
Yeah. But they are going back to the Tim Burton movies and bringing back Michael Keaton for this movie.
Yes, right.
So it's like they're trying to bring in all the elements of what we've done in the past, bring it all back. And maybe that's why it scored so high, because of nostalgia, because of what people know that was good. They're bringing it back. And it's like, okay. And it's a decent story. I can see it testing high. If you have this a decent story and you bring back all this nostalgia, like a No Way Home.
I wonder if it just tested high because of nostalgia.
Like No Way Home. That's what people are arguing about. No Way Home.
No Way Home is not that great. It's not that great.
Oh, man, we're about to go into it, bro. I don't know.
Oh, we're about to She-Hulk versus Hulk here.
I don't
know. No Way
know.
Home isn't that great. The shows are still better than anything that's come out in Phase 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you can't tell me that Multiverse of Madness is that great when the show is better than the movies.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean,
am I going to get a lot of heat for saying that Wonder Woman is the best DCU movie that ever made?
Not by the women.
Right? Yeah. I think people are going to argue that it's out of Wonder Woman and they're going to throw in Zack Snyder's.
Zack Snyder's a terrible movie.
Which movie?
I keep
Zack Snyder's Justice League movie.
Justice League.
Oh,
it's
Zack Snyder.
Long. Do I want to ask Icelandic women singing for 30 minutes
with messed up teeth? Yeah.
Do I want that? Man. Do I need that? No, I don't. Do I need slow motion for an hour throughout the movie? Yeah. No, I don't. Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie. I tried to watch it again. This is the second half of it, and I was just like, this movie's okay. Like it's better than the first one. But
yeah,
I'm a Zack Snyder fan, and I just watched it and I was like, it's okay. It's okay. So I would say Wonder Woman is the best DCEU movie. I would agree. It was great. But Zack,
it has its problems. Don't get me wrong, but from beginning to end, the best DCU movie.
Zack worked on Wonder Woman too, so he has
what would
we in the door on that area, kind of everything.
The closest one is Man of Steel, but still Wonder Woman is the best one.
Yeah. Oh, so you would say Man of Steel is like a solid number 2, like behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
ranking.
I'm gonna say Suicide Squad 2. That's just me. Because from beginning to end, that movie was hilarious.
Right now, bro. Let's do a ranking, Richard, man. I want to get your ranking.
Oh,
bro.
God.
Top three: Wonder Woman, Man of Steel,
Suicide Squad, bro.
The Batman.
That's not DCE. Well, okay, are we gonna do just DC in general, the recent DC, or DCEU? Because people keep saying they got on me saying that the Batman is not part of DCEU.
Okay,
and I'm like,
okay.
Wonder Woman,
Man of Steel,
Aquaman.
Nah.
Well, hold on. Are we including the Joker?
No, that's the thing too.
That's independent.
People got on me so bad about the Joker, the Batman. They're not part of the DC. They're just DC.
Wonder Woman, Man of Steel. Wow.
It's gonna be Suicide Squad, bro.
No,
if you want to count.
I'm gonna throw a wild one out at you guys and say,
Teen Titans.
Wow.
You gotta. I think you might have to settle for the Suicide Squad, bro.
No,
Suicide Squad 2. The Suicide Squad.
Peacemaker.
I know, but that's a show. So it's like
I know it's a show. which is really one of the best things in DCU, but just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with my favorite Batman fight scene, which is in Batman vs Superman.
So you want Batman vs Superman as number 3?
Yeah, my number 3, because I love that fight scene with Ben Affleck Batman in the warehouse.
Best fight scene in DCEU history.
Martha!
The best Batman fight scene in all Batman movies. The brutality and the accuracy of that man type. So that old man Batman, the Dark Knight, the Return of the Dark Knight Batman, the old man Batman, the brutality, how big he is, how brutal he was. That fighting style is perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Except
for him killing that portion of it, they hated it, but the fact that the way he fought was absolutely perfect.
He was savage. He was amazing. Richard, man, what's your 3 DCU movies?
Okay, so we already know my top 2.
What is Wonder Woman?
So
and,
number 1, Wonder
Man of Steel?
Woman. 2, Suicide Squad. 2.
So are we unanimous with Wonder Woman?
I think
we have to Wonder Woman is the best.
It's
start to finish. I will say the finish was a little weak, but not terrible.
Yeah. I didn't like the whole the way that she fought Ares and she has this whole new set of powers. But other than that, it was great.
Yeah.
Dang.
What's your number 3, man?
It's crazy.
This is hard.
Pick really 2 good ones, and then the rest of them are like terrible.
Yeah. I'll go Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
I did like Man of Steel. It's just.
So what was his number 2? Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad 2, the second one.
Oh,
the James Gunn one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad. Man. What was yours, Mike, again? You said Wonder Woman,
Man of Steel, and Batman v Superman.
Okay. I'm going to go with my first 2 are... Dang, I wanted my top 3 the same as yours, but for sure, Wonder Woman and Man of Steel. I love Man of Steel, even though the ending was just... The last fight scene was just too much smashing the buildings and
it dragged out
too much. Yeah, but it did drag out. I love the first 3/4 of the movie. It was like perfection to me. I love how they had Superman, the flashbacks of him as a kid, and figuring out his powers, and I love the relationship between him and his dad. I loved it.
No. When he said no in the
yep. And then the tornado came in.
Took him away. Yeah. So Man of Steel number 2. Man, it's either out of the Suicide Squad or like Batman vs Superman. And the only reason why I might go with Batman vs Superman is because of the cinematography. Zack Snyder's camera angles and the glowing Batman suit, was it metal Batman? No, armored Batman. The most beautiful costume I've seen in a superhero movie. Like, that costume is sick. Like, I'm gonna go with Batman vs Superman for my number 3, just because of the visuals, bro. It's like, it's amazing. And Suicide Squad might have a better story, but I'm a visual guy, so I'm gonna go with Batman vs Superman for my top 3 DCU movies, man. Richie, like, you had something to say, like you wanted to be like, nah.
Oh, I just happened to notice that your top, like both of your top 2 movies, has something to do with Wonder Woman. Just saying.
Man of Steel?
No, like, I'm sorry, 2 of your top 3 movies have to do something with Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
I said that wrong.
Wonder Woman was in Batman vs Superman.
It's funny because with DCU, the top 2 are pretty much out there where you kind of know, and it's hard to pick the third one because the first 2 are like legitimate, the only ones you can pick, and then the third one is just so like
out there.
You can't pick one because they're so trash. With MCU, like, you pick your first 2 that you really love, and then it's hard to pick the third one because they're all so good.
I can't do a top 3. Well, I can do a top 3 MCU, but it's like it can always change, man. It's like
exactly because they're so good. There's so many that are so good that can go intertwine your 3.
Yeah,
but it's like the total opposite of
DCU. Yeah, but I am excited to see them change the DCU.
You know who took the biggest L though? Who took the biggest L? What's his name in the first Iron Man movie? Don't even remember his name. That's how much of an L he took.
Who played
Rhodey in the first movie?
Terrence Howard.
Yeah. He took the biggest L out of anybody.
He did, bro. He missed out on a whole. You were the start of the whole franchise, bro.
Yeah.
And you could have been right now having your own show, billions of dollars. You missed out, man.
Because he was riding on that hustle and flow money.
Yeah, bro.
He's not hustling or flowing.
Right? It's crazy because he got paid more than RDJ.
Yeah.
In that movie.
and he wanted to continue getting paid more. And they were like, nah.
Man, he can humble himself, man. I mean, I can, it's a business, and you know your worth. You're like, you know what, I should be paid this much. But I'm pretty sure now, if hindsight is always 20/20. If you would have been like, I should have took a pay cut. But at the moment, at the time, you have no idea where the MCU is going. I mean, you have no idea there was going to be this multi-billion-dollar industry or franchise. You had no idea, man.
Regerts.
Yeah, man. I mean, what was it? The stat I put, out of the top 10 movies of all time, highest grossing movies of all time, 4 of them are MCU movies. And so you could have been a part of that. But no. After the first movie, you're out.
Hey, he's gonna come back as a variant. Because he wants some of that MCU money now.
That's the only way he can come back to the MCU is they want to bring him back because you got to be a variant, bro, for like 20 seconds, get killed off or something. But man, yeah, biggest L in probably movie history, bro. You missed out on something like big. Yeah. Sorry, Terrence. You're a good actor too, man, but
great actor.
Yeah.
But bad decision.
Bad decision, man.
Bad gamble. He took a bad gamble.
There's a quote that Mike Tyson says. Men aren't meant to be humble. They're meant to be humbled.
He definitely got humbled by that, bro. Yep. Great quote. I like that, man. So on this show, we honor real life heroes. And on this episode, we're going to honor respiratory therapist Melody. Melody is a lead respiratory therapist and has been in her career for 15 years now. Her parents inspired her to go into the medical field. They both worked in the healthcare system, so Melody was inspired to be a doctor when she grew up. She got into a nursing program and discovered that nursing wasn't for her. She switched to respiratory therapy and had plans to go into medical school after. When she graduated, she worked in the pediatric ICU and enjoyed her career so much that she decided to not pursue medical school. Melody worked during the pandemic. She says, and I quote, "COVID was scary to say the least. In the 15 short years I've been in my career, I've only cried 3 times, and 2 of those happened during COVID. Reality strikes you when you see whole family lines erased by a virus. It is beyond words. My coworkers and I went to work without complaints. We just did what we had to do to survive and help our patients survive. We were so understaffed and overwhelmed that the state granted us travelers." Melody learned to sew during the pandemic. She made masks for her friends, family, and coworkers, and even made surgical caps for herself, coworkers, and organizations that could use the supplies. Melody, you are a hero. Thank you so much for what you do. We really, really appreciate you. You are a true, true hero. Thank you so much. And yes, this is going to conclude another episode of Superhero Sundays. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace out.